Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. How's everyone doing today? Or tonight, I should say. Got my water ready right here beside me. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Okay, you guys did. You did. You did. We have just a few things to talk about. We're going to talk about enablers. And are you an enabler? Hmm, okay, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Give a few more people a chance to come in. Hey, guys. All right, you can hear me, Sure. I must be loud. Uh-oh. That's too funny. Hi, Mary. Marianne. Susan. Oh, good sound. Okay, okay. Good, good, good. All right, y'all. Now I see 16 people, 15 people, but only 10 likes. Come on. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hey, Laura. I'm trying, Cheryl. I'm trying. I'm not a pro yet because I still don't know how to do, all this other stuff. But watch. By next week, though, I got y'all. I got y'all. By next week. We sounding like that when you're in the car. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whew. All right, listen. I promise I'm not gonna keep y'all long. We're not gonna be here all night because I know y'all gotta cook. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I know everybody's still cooking their meals. You know, I'm being spoiled. My brother is on his way down and he is going to be cooking the meal for me. Okay, so I'm excited about that. He's trying to parole out now. Oh my gosh. I know, Cheryl. No, Cheryl. We miss you. I'm telling you, we miss you in the comments. We need you back. We need you back. We need you back. Seriously. Hey, Jan. It's funny. A lot's been going on. Mm. All right. Since I don't plan on talking all night, I mean, I say that every time, right? But then we just be in here having a good old time? So, yes, it is turkey time. So, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about enablers. And then, I want you guys to think about it and ask yourselves, are you an enabler? Or maybe have you ever been an enabler, right? That's that's the $1 million question. Are you an enabler? Or questions, or have you ever been an enabler? And we all know a bunch of enablers on that blue app. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right? So enablers, what is an enabler, right? Someone who encourages negative behavior in another, right? If I keep on, telling you, oh yeah, good job, yeah, keep going, yeah, do this, do that, yes, yes, yes. I'm not helping you to become better. I'm just helping you to continue with your shenanigans, continue doing what you've been doing, right? I'm not helping you to be a better person. I'm telling you, it's okay, it's okay. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. You know? Well, it's just like, how you might know somebody that's on drugs, right? And here they come to you, like, oh, can I get $5? Uh, what you gonna do with the $5? Well, you know what I'm gonna do with the $5. And then I go ahead and give you the $5, right? No, I'm not gonna go out here. I'm not gonna enable you to go and get your drugs. I'm just not gonna do that. I know. Because then I'm telling you it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. No, go ahead. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. No, no. We have enough people like that in the world. And that's the problem now. Too many people sit here and encourage behavior, destructive behavior. And that's the problem because then people think, oh, well, I could just continue to do what I want to do. I could do this. Nobody's going to check me on it. Nobody's going to check me. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not what we're going to do. So we're going to go over the signs of an enabler. What are some of those signs? And I'm sure you all probably know already what the signs are, right? What are the signs of an enabler? Well, they encourage, right? They deny, they minimize the issue, they make excuses, they rescue the person, they hide their behavior, and they take on their responsibilities, right? Now, how many times have we seen on this blue app? How many times have we seen folks making excuses for the good mother? How many times? Countless times, right? Countless times, you know, we have seen them make excuses, right? Or they pretend like it never even happened. They don't see it. Exactly, Cheryl. I refuse to be someone else's downfall. Right. Miriam, protect from consequences. Exactly. Exactly. But when you do that, you're not at all helping the person. What you're doing is that you're telling them it's okay. They could continue to act like that, and you're going to continue to be there. You're going to continue to be in their corner. You're going to continue to support them no matter what they do. So it's funny how, you know, there was a blogger today, someone sent me a video and I'm watching, one of the good mother's sheeps, right? And I'm listening to her. And, now they're sitting here like, oh, well, we knew that these people were bad for her. They had no good intentions from the start. They were just looking to get their pages up. They weren't good friends at all. And I'm saying to myself, like, is she serious? Like, are these people serious? And then you have people in the chat and they're like agreeing with this stuff. And that's the one thing that all the sheep have in common. They all agree with this behavior. They don't see a problem with it. And they don't understand that one day it is going to come to a halt. This is going to stop. This is not going to continue forever. I mean, I know it seems like it has, but it is not going to continue forever. Hey, Queen Love. Hey, Belle. That's okay, Melissa. We're just getting started. We're just talking about enablers, what it is, and what are some signs, right? You know, and it's funny they continue to hide their behavior. They're covering up her actions. It's ridiculous. Just so just to make it seem like she's this great person when we all know that that's not who she is, right? Could she be a great person? Sure, if she wanted to. But why would you? If you have all of these people, you literally could go and, it's funny they say, oh, she hasn't come to her platform to say anything about anyone. She doesn't do that. She doesn't come out here and say anything about any of these people. No, you know why she doesn't come out and say anything about any of these people? Because she already done put it out there in the atmosphere. She already done gave them the signal. Yeah. She's already given them the signal. So they know what to do. And then what do? They pounce. They pounce on people. They gang up on folks. They don't care who it is. What has this young lady done to any one of them? Nothing. And they tried to say, "Oh, it's our fault." People that it's the haters' fault because they were telling them things to about her, and that's why they're no longer friends. What y'all not gonna do is come over here and put that on us. All right, y'all are not gonna take away from what really happened. See, they avoid the truth. They know what happened. They all know, like we know, right? Now the funny thing is, we all knew when the song was uploaded, and people we're checking the credits and we're looking and we're like, well, damn, um, we don't see Sony name anywhere. Hmm. Let me look a little further. Well, lo and behold, you don't see DT's name over there either. Okay. Yes, yes, she will, Antoinette. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. See, everybody keeps, see, that's the thing. Everybody keeps allowing her, letting her get away with this behavior. So she has her sheep, right? They go ahead and they enable her, right? And then you have others that she has wronged, and they also let her get away with it. See, no, and eventually, somebody has to be put a stop to it. Somebody has to put it into it. Otherwise, it's just going to continue and continue and continue. And these folks think that they can just come out, against anyone and say anything. And then they start digging into their family, posting their family pictures up on their pages and saying all kinds of ignorant things about their family members. Is just absurd. It's absurd. Yes. Yes, Foxy. They are right. That's what makes them all narcissists. Absolutely. Right, Sherry. DT said he didn't have to come out and say anything. They discussed it in private, the three of them. He said he didn't have to say nothing to the evidence was there. Exactly. Exactly. We all saw the evidence. They saw the evidence, but they just refuse. It's just funny. They never speak about it. And like I said in my post, what is the one common denominator amongst them all? What is the one common denominator amongst Savannah, amongst Nikki, amongst Elma, amongst Cleo's mom, amongst now DT and Stony? And I'm sure I've missed some others in there. But what's the common denominator? Her. She is the common denominator. Why is it that every time there's a fallout, it's everybody else's fault? She has no accountability. It had nothing to do with her. She didn't do anything. She didn't do any wrong. No, she can't keep any friends, Antoinette. No. Well, I haven't seen her mom with her, and I believe she was in the at one time, I believe she was in California. I didn't see her go hit her up, you know? Yes, you're right, Gigi. That's a narcissist for you. Absolutely. They're all the same. They are all the same. Yeah, she miserable, unhappy. That's what I said. She comes out here and she pretends, but baby, believe me, when that camera goes off, when it's time to go to bed, that girl is crying herself to sleep. And they can laugh and come out, make posts tomorrow and laugh and say, they think she's crying. Trust and believe she is. Right. Lion been gone a long time ago. Exactly. I forgot all about him. Yes. Augie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's gonna. Yep. Yep. You're right. On the wrong person, and she's gonna be sitting here laughing. Yep, we all gonna be laughing when that happens. Yes, IJ Love It Braids. Yep, you're right, Judy. I forgot about her. I forgot about her. Now, all of these people, and there's just one common denominator, and she is the common denominator. But they refuse. They absolutely refuse to hold her accountable. She could literally something can happen with those kids with her, and they would act like they don't see it. They would act like they don't see it. Yes, IJ Love It Braids. I believe that was her. That's her name. No, Angela, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. It's ridiculous. You know? They just and, they make excuses. They hide their behavior, covering up her actions. Everything, there's an excuse for it. There's always an excuse of why this happened. They actually even invent in their own head their own little scenarios and come up with it. You know what? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna say this happened. And they all meet. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. She lets them know on the back end what's going on. And that's why she doesn't say anything on her page. Because she knows she has her sheep, her lap dogs that are gonna sit there and do all her dirty work. That's why. And then she could probably pay them $10 because that's a lot of money for some of them. Some of them I don't think even seen $10. So, it's just crazy to me. It's really, really sad. And then you have so many, I just sometimes it's just hard for me to wrap my head around why is it so hard for them to hold this woman accountable? Why? Why do y'all think that? Why do y'all think it is so hard just to hold her accountable? Hmm? She's pretending like nothing's going on with the Bessie, right? 'Cause she's had private meetings with her mom. Exactly. We all know that. That's what it had. That's what's going on. $10 is so much that they feel Mancy's dress right for $357 was so expensive. Exactly. Right. It has no African young women her age as friends. No, no, no. Hi, Jareen Joseph. How are you? Right. They know they just don't want the gravy train to stop. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. That's exactly what it is. So right. You are so, so right. You know? So now let's think about it. Why? What are the motivations behind enabling behavior, right? Let's think about that. Think about it. I would like to know that as well, Bob. Yeah, why is she never held accountable? Exactly. And not only is she not ever held accountable, you notice how she never has to show a receipt, show any type of proof of anything. Whatever she could just spew out anything out of her mouth and they eat it up. Yep, it is true. She said it. It is true. Well, we heard. How do you know it's true? Because we heard her say it. What? Yeah, she said it the other day on her live, so we know it's true. What? I mean, I have never seen anything like this before on this app. I have never seen anything like this. I swear, this is the type of stuff that if you're in school and and you're doing your masters, this is a type of thing that you could easily write a paper on. You could easily write a paper on. Hell, I have a master's degree. Maybe I should go and get me a doctorate because this is something. I mean, really, this is really something that it's mind boggling. It's mind boggling. I have people, there are people, of course, we all have people that we love, but we don't sit there and enable bad behavior. We don't encourage that. Yes, it would be a hell of a case study, Jackie. You're absolutely right. I'm telling you, a hell of a case study. And with all the evidence that's out here, it's plenty of evidence out here. So it's not like, Y'all, nobody, they couldn't put it all together. It's so much information out here. It would be easy to write this paper. Easy to write this paper. Yeah, money is behind it. Money is one of the things. No, you know what? We don't need, you know who we really need? We need Iyanla fix my life. That's who she needs. Iyanla fix my life. Because you know, Iyanla baby will get all in that, you know what? She will get all in that behind. Iyanla fix my life would be the perfect person to get her all the way together. All the way together. But let's just talk about some of the motivations behind enabling behavior, right? So one of them is fear of conflict. Fear of conflict, you know. So they fear confrontation and therefore they just, they want to maintain a sense of peace, even though they know it's not right, but they want to maintain a sense of peace, They're like, I don't want to some people don't like confrontation. They avoid it. Some people avoid confrontation at all costs. Money is behind all of it. Yeah. Yeah. It would be a great thesis for anybody. So that's why I said if any of you on here, you know, are in school or are thinking about going back to school, or maybe you have a son or a daughter, you know, that's in college. This is the perfect paper for them. And you could gather up all the evidence for them. It's all out here, you know. And another thing is misplaced loyalty. Misplaced loyalty, right? The enabler may feel a strong sense of love or duty or loyalty toward the person engaging in negative behaviors, causing them to just look the other way. Say, hmm, I didn't see what I did, what I thought I saw. I didn't hear what I thought I heard. Nah, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Yeah, see, we know that she has those issues, but according to her, she doesn't, right? That's what she says. There's nothing wrong. That um that's just something that JD was putting out there, making her believe that there was something mentally wrong with her, but there really isn't. But there is something seriously wrong. If you're the type of person that you can't hold friendships, your friendships never last, she needs to do a lot of reflecting. She really needs to do a lot of reflecting. I would suggest that she put those phones down. Seriously, she needs to put those phones down and really and put in the work. Go and see a therapist. Put in the work and find out what is it about me that I'm unable to maintain friendships. What is it about me? Because if everyone is leaving, that it can't be them. Good night, Evangeline. Hi, Irie. You know, it can't be them. It's not possible. If everyone is leaving, it cannot be them. It has to be you. And therefore you have to look within yourself and say, what's going on? What's happening to me? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? And that's what has to happen. And unfortunately, she doesn't want to put in that work because it's sad at her big age, her friends are the five. Exactly. With her customers, as she calls them. Right. Wasn't that crazy? She actually called Michelle Govia a customer yesterday. Did y'all hear that? And she called her a customer. Now let's see if she's going to take offense to that, or if she's going to be back in the chat dropping 1,500 stars. after being called a customer. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? She's looking at your pocketbook. She ain't looking at you. You're no friend of hers. Although you went and flew and changed your date to go and fly to her meet and greet, fly to New York for her meet and greet, and then she calls you a customer. She didn't answer. She already dropped it after being. she. Oh my God. So after being called a customer, she drops. She dropped stars. That's what I'm saying. See, they all. I think you know what? They're all codependent. Seriously, they're all codependent. That's what it is. That's what it is. Because there's no other excuse for it. There's no other excuse for it. And whether you like someone or not, that doesn't mean that you don't tell them the truth. You still are supposed to tell them the truth. Yep, Angela, no matter what characteristic she portrays, MI she has, how she lives her life, she wants money. Yep, greed has overcome her before family, friends, and customers. You are absolutely right. Right, exactly, Jackie. Might as well have called that lady a trick. Exactly. Basically, she just didn't use the word. She told her supporters the other night that she owned her own dance studio in Nigeria. She didn't own shit. Her boyfriend did, and she tried to destroy him just like she did JD. Yeah. Yep, she does think it don't stink, but one day, baby, it's gonna stink up the whole place. Okay? It's gonna stink up the whole place because they're not gonna be able to rescue her forever. Because she's gonna continue to spiral, and she's gonna take it to the wrong person. She hasn't met the right person yet. That's the issue. She hasn't met the right person yet. That's what it is. That's what it is, y'all. Okay. So another thing, didn't she say she was a teacher? Yes, she sure did. Say she was a teacher in China. Yep, it tells you that she doesn't care about you, but exactly. But it also says something. What does it say about Michelle if after she heard that she goes and drops stars? So what does that say about her? Mm? You too, Brenda. You too. I know everybody. Getting ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I know that. Yep. She does need to be somewhere. Definitely needs to be somewhere. She needs to be somewhere. You are absolutely right. Yes. Yes, she does. Because this is just it's just not making sense. She calls them her customers and sponsors. Yep. Yep. I have never seen anything like this before. You know, I don't, if you and I are friends, I should be able to tell you the truth without fearing that there will be some sort of consequence, right? I should be able to tell you the truth and you should be able to accept it because I'm your friend. I'm not going to steer you in the wrong direction. Friends don't do that. That one is hers, Evangeline. She is dangerous. She is dangerous, especially on this blue app. She's dangerous to a lot of people because they're going over there to their chats and saying things, a lot of inappropriate stuff. And again, like I said, Stony shared with everyone how she was bullied as a kid, how she was bullied. So why would these big grown adults go over there messing with that child? Because she's still a child. She's still a child. She might be 25, but that's a child. She's a child. Yeah, look what's happening with content creators lately from disgruntled fans or lovers. The truth will come out about what really happened with this song, and I can guarantee you, when it comes out, they will still find an excuse and blame Stony and DT. Yes, of course, it's always everyone else's fault. It's all we already know that. It's the same record that plays over and over and over and over. The record never stops. It's on repeat. It's like her song, like how they have her songs on repeat. The record is on repeat. It's just the same behavior, the same pattern. We see it. We see it all the time, right? So another, thing for understanding enabling behavior, right? They need approval. So they might allow somebody's negative behavior because they want their approval. They seek their approval. Some people are like really lonely, you know, they really are. They don't have anything going for themselves. They have nothing. And so they, sometimes they see a person and they see, and they like, oh, I'm going to hold on to that person. I'm going to grab them and take them under my wing. And no matter what this person does, they just, they act like they turn a blind eye to it. She probably did blame her sisters for everything growing up. That's why they were happy to ship her off to Shanghai. They were happy she was gone. Ship her right over there. I don't remember Gigi if she said that. I agree, Cheryl. I agree that these platforms are letting these people spiral out of control and get away with a lot. Get away with a lot. Because basically they're running a whole cult. They could say, oh, y'all calling us a cult. You're a cult. Yeah, I'm calling you a cult. It's a whole cult that they have going on. It's a whole cult. And it goes from one, and then it goes over to the next one, and to the next one, and you see it. And that's all they do. Everybody's playing the same old song, saying the same old thing, and they're lying, and they know they're lying. That's the sad part about it. They're lying, and it's ridiculous. You know, it's ridiculous. Mm-mm-mm. Hi, Cindy. Yes, Miriam, domestic terrorist group. I agree. I agree. I agree. Yep. And then we have, let's talk about some of the negative consequences of enabling behavior, right? You have guilt. Guilt. You feel guilty or shame, that you contributing to the problem, but you're still doing it. You're still doing it. They may wind up suffering from depression and anxiety, financial strain. Think about it. If you're constantly giving your money to someone, giving your money every day. This person comes live and they expect you to just, rain money for your money to just rain down on them every single time they go live. And you're doing so. And you're putting a financial strain on yourself. But why? Why would you want to take that on? Eventually. Yeah, she's miserable and depressed. It's a very bad combination. Oh, Michelle had already dropped the stars, and then after that, Michelle commented on a comment, and the good mother told her not to, that she was her customer. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, but you know what? It serves them all right. I think it's hilarious. They think we're mad and we're jealous. Jealous and mad about what? We are sitting up here and we are cracking up about you guys. We are laughing over here. We are laughing. It makes no sense. Right? It just make no sense. Can y'all understand like what is this about? You mean to tell me just because this white man walked out, this is y'all reasoning for doing what y'all are doing? So he has to pay for the rest of his life because he left. So somebody's supposed to, you want people to stay in a miserable relationship forever? They're supposed to just take abuse from others. We see how she act now. So we know. We didn't have to be there. We could imagine what she did, the abuse that JD suffered behind those closed doors that she claims that she suffered. Yeah, right. Sure. Let's get a sip of water, y'all. Okay? Makes no sense. Yeah. Not one of her family truly loves her or cares about her. They only stick around for the pay dates with their hands open. I believe that too. Would you want her in your home, Evangeline? I wouldn't want her over there. I wouldn't want her there either. You can't blame her for not wanting her in there. But seriously, like this is a serious problem. This is a serious, serious problem. You know, everybody's sitting there, um, taking on, her responsibilities. No, let her be, excuse me, let her be a mother. Let her be a responsible parent. Okay, responsible parents, responsible adults. What do? They pay their own bills. They're not looking for people to pay their bills for them. Well, put it this way, strangers. Good night, Charmaine. It's all right. Hopefully, you'll catch the replay and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Well, I don't think so, Karen. I don't think the album will be coming out. I know I wouldn't do it if I were him. I wouldn't do it. Sick your goons on me, and now you think I'm gonna sit down here and work on an album for you? Absolutely not. Not I, said the cat. Yeah, very jealous and condescending towards American families at this time of the year and how we gather together to give thanks, saying marriage is a bullshit BS. Of course she says that. Because she doesn't have hers anymore. And trust and believe she wish she did now. Now she realizes she made a mistake. She realizes she shouldn't have been so greedy. She shouldn't have been so greedy. And her husband, her family, they could have had all kinds of endorsements together. I'm telling you, they would have taken the internet by storm. I keep saying that. I don't know why they won't do it, Evangeline, but maybe it's in the works. We don't know. You never know. You just never know. Oh, she already said it's not coming out in January, Cindy. Good. Yeah. Because who's she gonna get to do it? You know? You see what happens when you do people dirty? That's what happens when you do people dirty. You can't keep, you know, at some point, like I said, she really needs to reflect, do a lot of reflecting. That's what she needs to do. She needs to take a break from the internet. She needs to take a break from the internet and do some reflecting. That's what she needs to do. And she needs to come out and apologize to people, apologize to her former friends for the stuff that she has done. But see, she's not that kind of person to take accountability. So when you don't take accountability, when you think the world owes you something, then this is how you behave. And that's just, it's just not a good way to be. And she's just not a good person. And it's sad. It really is. Laugh at my ass off at the information. Oh my gosh, she's all drag ass tonight on live. Oh my gosh. See, that's the funny thing. Like sometimes, some days I have to take her in moderation, I have to sometimes I can't just, and I can't sit through an entire live anymore either. I cannot. No, she hasn't apologized to him. But then again, she probably apologized maybe behind, closed doors. She didn't apologize publicly. Maybe she apologized, after, they got a little tipsy and he slid in that back door. Oh my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. Telling y'all, just wait a few months. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Yes, Gigi, I'm telling you, they would have been, look at Ruth and her husband, you know? They would have been much further than them. And the thing is, it's like there's money for everybody. There was enough money, regardless to whether you had to share it with your husband or not. It still was enough for both of y'all. Why would you not want to share it with him? Why not? Like, come on. It's just crazy to me. They were that couple. I'm surprised. Cindy, I was just getting ready to talk about that too. See, they like to talk about JD and say he this bad person, he's that bad person, but he didn't have to keep the kids um for almost 3 weeks. He could have said no, and then what? And then what? She wouldn't have been able to go. She wouldn't have been able to go, right? He didn't have to say yes. He did not, but he did because he loves his kids and he doesn't have a problem, with compromising. She's the only one that can't compromise. Like, there's no reason why. Let me just say this, right? The marriage is over. Y'all went back to court, and y'all went back to court after you got all that money from your your sheep. Y'all went right back to the court order that you had before, the same divorce decree when y'all got divorced, right? So y'all have 50-50. There's no reason why they cannot be amicable and be in the same room together. There's no reason why they couldn't attend graduation at the same together. They don't have to be a couple to do that. There's no reason why they couldn't have a birthday party for their child and be at the birthday party together. There's no need to have you have a party and I have a party. For what? That's just ridiculous. There's no reason to do that. You don't have to do that. You mean to tell me you can't be in the room, the two of you? And I honestly don't believe it's him. I don't think it's him. Yeah, she wanted all the money for herself. Absolutely. Yeah. She was greedy. And look where that greed has gotten her. Now she's unhappy. And she claims, oh, which picture? When she put up those two pictures, how did I look in this one before divorce, after divorce? And people sitting up there lying, talk about, oh, after the divorce, you have on makeup and you look. No, after the divorce, if you look at the picture carefully, she has very sad looking eyes. Sad eyes. You look at the other picture when she was married, her eyes are full of light. And she wore makeup when they were married. So I don't know what these people are even talking about. We watch her all the time on live putting on her makeup. I mean, look, they're crazy. They're crazy. Very childish and immature. Extremely child. But I guess when you don't have anybody to talk to but some phones at the information, well, all you're talking to all day is phones. I guess you would be childish and immature. You just look at you looking at your phone. You have no outside, no real interaction. There's no real interaction with anyone. You don't know these people. Maybe you had your little meet and greet, so you met about 10. But that's it. You don't know the rest of them. So yeah, of course, you're gonna be immature and childish. Very much so. Very much so. Yeah, she's selfish. Very selfish. Very selfish. Is it the cat? Baby J. I don't think that's her cat. I don't think so, Evangeline. I don't think so. You know, because that's not her home. So, you know, but it's just, I mean, like, come on. It's ridiculous when you think about it. A grown adult just sitting around, just in it, in the house with five phones, looking back at them, and they grinding on the bed and humping the bed and humping the floor and gyrating on top of the counters and like, come on, oh, at the end of the day, she is you are a mother of two young girls who's looking at you, a mother. No one's saying a mother can't have fun, right? But come on, all the time, all the time. No, come on, we don't do that, right? Yes, yes, depressed, and she puts on an act. Absolutely, I know she puts on an act, Gigi. They're the only her sheep are fooled. Only her sheep are fooled. She did say she knows how to cry when she need. Yeah, she know how to cry. When they know stars coming in, she starts to cry. Here come the fake tears. When the stars are coming in, she pretends like she had no idea. What is this? Is this a star party? Oh my god! Like, girl, bye. Come on, stop, stop playing. Hmm. This is the thing, Cheryl. Here's the issue. If in the court order it says, right, let's say, if in the court order it says that he's to sign the passports, right? Let's say it says that in there. Why hasn't she gone to enforce it? If it's there, why not go back to court? It's not going to cost her a bunch of the money. She can go file that herself. Go fill out the papers. Maybe it costs $50 at most. Okay, she don't really want to take them. You kidding me? And I don't know why these people believe that she really wants to take them to Nigeria right now. If she wanted to take them to Nigeria, she would have been gone back to the court, put in those papers, and said, he's not signing the passport. I need you to make him sign, or either just allow me to be able to get my kids' passports without his signature. Okay. Okay. So if she really wanted to go, I would, she would have gone back to court. The fact that she has not gone back to court tells you everything you need to know, you know? It tells you. That's why I just sit back and I just laugh. This stuff is funny to me. Oh yeah, what's that? Is that Leslie? Leslie, yeah, she's eating more and more. She is depressed. And depression does have you eat and eat. But Leslie, in my opinion, Leslie, this is just my opinion. I think she's with child, but that's my opinion. Yes, I mean, you know, my voice is going a little bit Gigi, because I could really do her, but but it's just ridiculous. She paid the bills, right? And she said she didn't exactly. She didn't start making money until after her divorce. So which is it? So if you didn't make money till after your divorce, how was it that you were the one paying the bills? But the funny thing is that the sheep came out and said that she was paying the bills. She never said that on her live. I never heard her say that on her live. Now, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I never heard her come out and say on her live that she was the one footing all the bills. I didn't hear her say that. She only just keep talking about that I had to pay $50,000. Can you believe that? $50,000. Like she tells that story. And how many times are we gonna hear the story? We know the story already, ma'am. Move the F on. Move on. Damn. Move on. At the information, the kids with cramp stuff. Exactly. In the mud land. She needs to be buck wild. Exactly. Exactly. I'm telling you, when you look at her, she exudes sadness. When she was around DT and Stony, you was starting to she was happy again. She was giddy. It was like, oh my God, as if she was 5 and lost her best friend and then they reconnected 5 years later and she's 10. Oh my God. You saw it in her eyes. That glimmer, that gleam, that light. And now they just dull because all she has to talk to on the phone and the old meat in the freezer. Or the moldy foods left in the pot. Never asked for stars. When she was with JD, she never begged for stars. She was not begging for stars. She was not. And we watched JD. We watched him pay for everything. Pay for everything. But they'll say, oh, because he was using her money. He was using her money. No, he was not. Exactly. Sherry, that's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did. The victim, playing the victim really, really got her a lot of money. She profited big time off of being the victim. She profited big time. And that's what she wanted. And she was hoping, you know, that he would go back and start talking about her again because she wanted that money. Yeah, she repeats the same story. Now, you know what else I wanted to talk about? And I could go back to enablers because that was the topic, right? But I want to go back to that. Yes, you got the goat in the freezer to keep her company. Oh my gosh. Oh, now let's go back to that London attack, y'all. See, I am so mad because I didn't get the video from the beginning, right? I was watching it, but I didn't get it from the beginning. Okay, and let me tell you what I noticed about tell you how I know. Well, we all know that the London attack was fake, right? Let's agree to that. Let's just say, put a one in the chat if you agree that the London attack was a fake attack. Put a one. Let me see how many people agree with me that it was a fake attack. It was a fake attack, fake. Just like fake, keeping it fake is a fake good mother supporter. Woo, what a pretender. Yes, one for fake. Fake as can be. So, okay. Now, if you guys remember, right? And the thing about it is, she has since edited it. She doesn't have the full version on her page. Okay. Oh, look at that, Queen. You really believed it. She had you fooled. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, Queen. See, because she didn't have me fooled. Now I'm gonna tell you why she didn't have me fooled. Okay. So if you remember that during that live, okay, I want y'all to go back. Those of you that remember that live from her, right, it is edited now, Marcia. It is edited now. She took out a whole. There's another piece that she took out too. So she was in the room, right? Okay, and then doing really not much of anything. But then she starts down the steps to go, and you can just tell. And she had that terrible lampshade wig on her head. Well, no, that wasn't the lampshade one, but it's kind of similar to it. That little That's just not the wig for her. That's just not the wig for her. That little braided one that she had, the little short bob, that little braid. Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it, baby. That ain't it. But hey, Christina. Yes, like the thief that took the song. Christina, you coming in? Only difference is that we see you, Christina. They didn't see her. They didn't see her. See, because had they seen her or had they even anticipated, what they would have done was uploaded it. See, while she was uploading it at 2, they would have already had it uploaded at 12. See, that's where they went wrong. That's where they went wrong. Okay? That's where they went wrong. Yeah, that leg that she claimed that she yes, and I have that video somewhere too, Belle. I have that video. She hit her leg on the bed, on the edge of the bed in the room when she was in the hotel room, and she was wearing that green and yellow, I think Jamaica shirt. That's where she hit her leg. I saw that video. I was watching it. Yeah, nobody should have been fooled. Washing her face with Coca Cola, talking about talking about give me the coke and maybe it could neutralize the acid. It could neutralize the acid. All while staring into the camera though, the whole time. Ain't lose focus of the damn camera. Ain't lose focus where that goddamn the green light was at. Oh, 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 oh yeah, okay, okay, okay. So anyway, let me go back. We'll come back to that. Let me come back to that. Wait. Then wait, let me go back. Go back. Okay. So as you see her coming down the stairs, right? Y'all see her coming down the stairs. And then all of a sudden she looking, right? But there's nothing. Hey, bubbly me. Hey, Lynn. You know, there was nothing, right? There was nothing. So she went back up the stairs. She went back to the room. Exactly. How did she know it was acid? That's the same thing the cops asked her. And then she said she saw the bottle. You got acid. She the first person I know that had acid thrown in their face and don't have one damn burn. Not even a little burn. Okay. Not not a rash. Not nothing. Okay. Not even a little what you call it? Not a blister. They were like literally nothing. Nothing, 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 and nothing. Okay. So no. So okay, so when she came down that first time, it was obvious that the paid actress, okay, that she had wasn't in her place. She wasn't there. And that's why a big bottle that says acid on the front. Only in movies, Angela. Only in movies. The same salicylic acid that I use for my nighttime face routine. Oh wait, see, so y'all got to remember. See, this is the thing. This is when I knew it was fake. This is how I knew because I said, wait a minute. All right, she came down the stairs, y'all. She came down the stairs the first time, and when I guess when she peeked, the person wasn't in their position. Notice how she went back up the stairs. See, this is the part that she cut out. That she cut out, and you do not see. You don't see her going, bringing her behind down the stairs. All right, the second time, and going back up the stairs the second time. She's only showing you the second time when she came down the stairs, and then the action started. See, she cut out when she went back upstairs, and this is how I know that it was all bull, right? Exactly. How about having a jacket on, but claiming her back was burning, but the jacket was not burning? And they sitting there like fools spraying her back down and ain't nothing. Oh my god. I can't. I can't. Oh my god. Right. Fight the attacker, speaking in the youngest, run after her in the alley while running in the bathroom to wash her face. Right now, a movie. Oh my god. And she was out there, I think the very next day on the plane. Man, listen. I don't know how she do it. Fight the attacker. I read that one. Oh my god. Speaking in tongues. Whatever I did to you, I'm sorry. Whatever I did to you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever I did to you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Girl, bye. Poor acting. I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. So anyway, so let me tell you, because why would she cut it out? Why is it cut out? So this is what happened when she goes back up the stairs, right? Because she claimed she was going up the stairs for something. She goes back up the stairs, guys. She's in the room, pacing back and forth, not doing anything, not doing anything. She didn't go up there to grab anything to get something, like as if she left something. No, she went up there and then it was like she got a call or something. She got a call. And then that's when she started back down the steps, right? Because now your paid actress or your paid, the person you paid is in position, okay? And then the little action started. And then we see that yellow knife, that long yellow knife that looked like one of the knives that she has in her kitchen. Y'all remember when she got them set of knives? Because somebody sent her those knives. Remember? And then baby J cut her finger with one of them. Right. Had to get a cut exactly to see the cut on her finger. To about what's say I grabbed the knife. Girl, if you grabbed the knife, do you know what kind of cut she would have had on her hand if she grabbed the blade of a knife? Like, please stop. Right. Go on the next day at the airport dancing, exactly. And saying, and then didn't she say, oh, from now on, I'm not gonna let anybody know, where I'm gonna be, where I'm going. I'm gonna have security. And what happened? Please. And then and poor Mancy over there, you know, I don't know what's going on. And she has to, she can't just be going out like that. She has to have somebody out. She has to stop moving like that. Girl, bye. Bye. And all them fools sat there and bought it. Right, the leg that you need to magnify, the scratch that she got when she um came in contact with the metal on that bed. Right. I need to tell my fans I'm okay. That girl, I swear, she could lie for days. You hear me? And they just eat it up. Eat it up. Y'all know that little what's that? Y'all know the veggie dance song? Yum yum, eat it up. Yum yum, eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. Yeah, if you have young kids, you'll know what song I'm talking about. And do the veggie dance. And do the veggie dance. And that's what she do to them. Yum yum. Eat it up. Yum yum. Eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. Yum yum. Eat it up. That's what they do. They eat it up. Everything she says. Damn bunch of fools. Right. The acid was thrown in her face, yet it was on the wig, on the jacket. There was not one burn mark on the jacket. Plus, the wig was back on her head with the acid going to the hospital. Yeah, Sherry, we all saw her hit her damn leg. I was actually watching that video. I watched that video. Yes, yes. Okay. I looked, I said, ain't this a damn bee? You can't take knives in the air. You can't take knives if you put it in your luggage and check it in. No, they don't allow you to do that. Yes, yes, Angela. They were like, yes, get off the live. They sure did. They sure did. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Marcia. I thought if you check your bag, no, Lynn, no, right? Talking about the London attack. I mean, like, and that's the thing. Like, why would you? Why would you just keep lying? to the people. Why? Why would you just keep lying to your supporters, your sheep, your lap dogs, your followers? That's what I thought. I thought you could if you check it in. I thought you could bring it. As long as you check in the bag. And not only that, no. And then think about it too, y'all. Remember she now didn't she didn't she have on those pants that didn't even have a cut on them either, right? That she supposedly got cut with the knife, but the knife somehow cut her leg without cutting a hole into the pants. Yeah, Lane, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, if you check your bag, I believe you can have it. You could take it with you. Just can't put it on the plane now. Yes. When the red got her, but now today it's her right leg because there's a scar there. But I'm just saying, like, how the hell are you able to get a knife wound on your leg, right, with your pants on, but your pants aren't cut? Hmm? Yes, okay, that's what I thought. Information, I thought that too. That you can, and your check luggage, yeah. And it looked just like the one that was in her house. Mighty funny. What a coincidence, huh? But I'm telling y'all, if y'all remember, see, and you guys may not remember that part, because if you weren't watching it at that time, you may not remember. And I told you now, she has since that part is gone. That part is gone from the video. I'm telling you, she went back upstairs. She came down those stairs the first time, and the person was not in position. They probably hadn't gotten there yet. Okay. They hadn't gotten to the destination yet. So she went back, took her behind, back up the stairs, pretending like, oh, she was going to do something. But she didn't even do anything. If y'all notice, she was in the room just pacing back and forth, pacing back and forth. That should tell you right there. Because she knew something was about to what was about to go down. Right. And she put the acid bit wig right. Exactly. But you got doused with acid, but the wig is on your head. You were still wearing the jacket. I can't. Oh my god! Like I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. This is funny. This is funny. You cannot make it up, right? Magic pants and Gigi. We all need some of those. Then the hell, shoot. You mean to tell me I can scratch up my legs and my pants won't be affected? I want a pair of those. We need to all get a pair of those, baby. You can go fall down to the ground, scrape up your knees, and baby, there won't be a dent in your pants. Your pants are gonna be fresh and clean. Okay? Fresh and clean, baby. Shoot. Magic pants. That is so it's just funny how that can happen. I'm just trying to figure because I know anytime that I've fallen, you know, scrape up my knee or something like that. If I fell and I had long pants on or some leggings on, you best believe there's gonna be a hole in them. Yep, just like in Mexico, she probably threw her phone in. Right. Yep, I agree. She tried to lie, but you see, Rich ain't want no part to that lie, right? She started telling that lie to about her phone got so rich, like, listen, what you're not about to do is get me involved with this BS. I am not about to tell that story. Okay, let me no, not, nope, no sirree, Bob. Platinum pants. Yes, Right. I agree. Love and happiness. She keeps repeating the story strategically because her aim is to get her new followers believing her lies, and then she goes into emotional manipulation mode to get stars. Yes. Laura, I want a pair of those. You hear me? I need a pair of pairs for dog grooming so dogs don't scratch on my leg. Girl, you better get you some. Shoot. You better get you some, honey. I'm sure tell a good mother you want to buy them. She'll tell you she make them. She'll cut out the tag and sew hers in. So you'll have a pair. Okay. You'll have a pair of the good mother's pants. Okay. And matter of fact, she had them on. I saw her with them on. Um, maybe about a couple of months ago. I saw her with them on. You know, I saw her with them on. Right, right. The attacker jumped when she screamed. The attacker like, B, you knew I was here. The hell, what you screaming for? You knew I was gonna be here. The attacker like, what the hell going on? Cause you jumping hell shit. Should I jump too and scream? Yes, with the dark sunglasses. Yes, as if she really had any damn injuries. I'm saying, I mean, it's hilarious because I'm gonna tell you why I believe that she did that. I'm gonna tell you why I think she did that. I think she went ahead and did that because she seems to think, because remember, they stopped her at the in the airport. They stopped her, okay? So I think that made her mad, you know. And then she was saying that people were saying that they were gonna do harm to her if she came to London. They were gonna do harm to her. So I think that's why she sat there and planned that whole thing out. How anybody knew where you were, even though she was on live walking. And that's another thing. See, think about it. Think about it. Why would she be on live walking and just giving out the location? How y'all? Y'all tell me. Hmm? Hmm? But it's supposed to be a secret where she is. It's supposed to be a secret, y'all. Nobody knows where I'm going, where I am. But yet I got the navigation on the Google map on the phone as I'm walking live, and it's telling me turn down Stern Street or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Make a right on Upton Street. But we're not supposed to know though where she is, guys. Right. She was incognito, all right. With the phone just giving out all the information. No, she couldn't board the cruise with the body. She swore she was going on that damn cruise. Boat left her. Mm. Oh, oh my God. She could not get on. Mm. Then it pulled off. Right. Notice to follow, no notice follow up on the alleged attack. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, I was on that live too, Sherry, when she smacked her leg right on the edge of that bed. And as a matter of fact, I have the video somewhere, y'all. I gotta find it. I hope it was in this phone and not my other phone. I gotta think, how long did I have this phone for? Damn. The cruise was the funniest. That was the funniest thing ever. Yeah, you're right, Lynn. Something definitely off with a. Good night, Antoinette. Be safe, all right? And have a happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, she probably did screw him over too, Jan. A few fries short of a happy meal. Yes, she planned it. Of course. That's what I mean. See, there has to be something wrong because her followers, honestly, her sheep really, really believe they did. They believed that they believed she was really attacked. They were crying. People were crying. Oh my God, did you hear what happened? Like that's just something crazy. If you really like just sit down and think about that, that's something crazy to do. Who would do that? So they could go viral. Who would do that? Set up a plan like that in motion. For what? And was it worth it? And like I keep saying, no money will ever be enough because she has money. She don't need these people to send her stars and super thanks. She don't need that. She doesn't need it. It's just sad. Yeah, you forgot about the cruise. She got turned away. Oh my gosh. That was the funniest thing ever. You hear me? The funniest thing ever. But what a sad life. Again, when all you could do, when all you could do is just stare into your phones, talk to strangers, and shake your ass all day long. That's all that there is to you. That's the sad part. Is that all you are? Is your behind? Is that it? Is that all you are? Is your behind? Like that makes I mean, come on. It's yeah. I feel sorry for those kids. I do. And this is who they have to have as a mother. So now you can't have no friends because ain't nobody inviting you over to their house. Mm. Yeah, but Marcia, she might not give her DNA. It is how we know it's gonna be hers. They would have to have her go to like a headquarters or something. Beg for that man's coat. Acid with that. She said it would neutralize the acid, Sandy. She said it would neutralize the acid. The acid in the coke would neutralize the acid that was thrown on her face. Yep. I don't think she really intended on going on that cruise, so she had that attack plan. Right, calling us heartless for not having compassion. Right, we didn't have compassion because we knew it wasn't true. We knew it wasn't true. Sheep. We knew it wasn't true. See, y'all are the only ones that fall for the BS. We're smarter than that. We don't fall for the BS. We know a lie when we see it. We could smell a lie a mile away. So we are not like y'all, baby. We're different. We're built different. Y'all are the only ones that take everything out of our mouth like it's the book of gospel. You all believe everything. We know better. We know better. Evangeline, the only DNA is goat meat. She has no money to fly there. Send stars, send stars, send stars. And then people try to tell her something, and I don't see any stars next to your name. I don't see anything. I don't see anything next to your name. You want to tell me what to do? Send stars, oh, send stars. You want to tell me what to do? Send stars, oh, send stars. What? Hey, girl, sit down. Right, right. Everywhere she goes, there's a story. I'm so happy she stopped faking like she couldn't get money out the ATM anymore. I'm glad she stopped that one. Remember how y'all notice every time she go somewhere on the trip, all of a sudden the money She don't got money. She looking for money the same way she was looking for the, at the market, y'all, at the farmers market, staring around, about the allegedly take something. Right. She out there partying with people and then lying and pretending like she she's doesn't know who's knocking on the door. Like, girl, stop. Stop it. And then you got poor Miss Pat running her behind over there in the middle of the night. Like, come on now. That's what she do so she could get a different room. See, that's what it's all about for her. She lies, just like we saw how she lied when she was in Italy and she was no longer staying with LA mom and her husband and then went down there to eat, knowing she wasn't supposed to be there eating, knowing she wasn't supposed to be there eating. But she in the hotel eating up their stuff. And she knew she didn't belong there. She knew she didn't belong there. Yeah. It's just sad. It's sad. It really is. What a sad life. Just come out, like I said, just take your behind off the internet. Stay off for 30 days. Do a 30-day cleanse. Just stay off. Go work on you. All right. That's what a good mother, that's what I want you to do. Stay off for about 30 days. Go work on yourself. Go work on yourself, honey. Take some parenting classes as well. So you can learn how to be a better mother to your children. you know Go be a better mother to your children. It's one thing to, you know you want to be an entertainer, you want to wear certain things. Okay, save that for performances. But that's not how you shouldn't be walking out the door with your children dressed like that. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be walking out the door with your children dressed half naked with your butt cheeks hanging out. That's what I mean. If you have all your behind hanging out and you have your breast exposed, that's not a way you should be walking, with your children. They shouldn't see that. And then the other thing is, you want to shake your behind, go ahead. But you shouldn't do that in front of them. It sends the wrong message. And that's why baby J, we all saw her the other day when mama got up and shook her little behind, did her little shimmy. What did baby J do? Baby J stood up in the chair and did her little shimmy. And then she knew it was wrong. That's why she ran off. And what happened? You see, the good mother was just at a loss for words. She couldn't say anything. All she could do was just stare like, did she really just do that on my live? And do you think any of them said anything about it? No, of course not. Right. Imagine your own daughter knows when you cover up. She said the other day that's the first time she's seen her without her crop top. Wow. Wow. Sad. See, and baby J is very impressionable. She's a very impressionable little girl because one, she's looking for validation and from her mom. She just wants to feel the same love that she sees that her sister get. That's it. That's all. So now she's going to do, whatever it is that she needs to do to get it. She's learning, and that's the thing. See, that's what's bad about it. She's learning what her mother likes and what are some of the things that she could do that gets her mother's attention. That's what she's picking up on. Yes, for the validation of her mom, and that's it. Exactly, Belle. Exactly. Oh, so she told 2026 is her year. I thought 2025 was her year. Remember, this was supposed to be her year of positivity. Y'all remember that when she came out in January? This is the year 2025, the year of positivity. The year of positivity. We move. The right, we move. We move. Well, I don't see you moving. You still in the same damn place. You haven't moved anywhere. Yes, JD stayed off the internet for a while. He stayed off, you know? But it's funny how they always accuse him. They say he's broke. They say he don't have money. He's broke. He's busted down. All of these things that they say about this man. But clearly, they want to talk about whether he live a mile. Okay, I said a mile. Whether he live a mile, whether he live um uh 3 doors down. He does not live 3 doors down. But if he did, okay, and what? So if he lives 3 doors down, then obviously, you know, he's paying some decent money to be where he is, you know? He's paying decent money to be where he is. And like he showed them, it was so funny because he showed them, he was like, he only because somebody trying to accuse him, oh, you trying to make money off your daughters. Well, what is the good mother doing? What is the good mother doing? Yes, they get to be kids with him. They would be living in the neighborhood, in the same neighborhood, due to school and for exactly. Never cooks kid friendly food because it's only about her. That's why. Why would she cook anything kid friendly? She cooks what she likes, and then she adds, and that's what I'm saying. They always say, "Oh, she's a great cook." I don't see it. Maybe I'm missing something because all I ever see her do is cut up a onion, pepper, tomatoes, add olive oil in the pan, or that coconut hard coconut oil in the pan. Okay, and then add lettuce and frying up lettuce. I ain't never seen them. Anywho, okay. Then like honestly, how many of you have seen kids eating a mayonnaise and honey sandwich for dinner? 4 hard-boiled eggs, sausages, salmon, right? Bok choy and a big bowl of noodles. She eats well, very well. Yeah, she's looking for her mom's validation. Poor baby, you know? Poor baby. Exactly. That's right. Only thing she's moving is her nash. And then powdered milk by the spoonful added with water. And then that goes into your cereal. Oh my oh goodness. And I swear I don't know how them poor babies' stomachs ain't haven't exploded yet. Like I don't know how their stomachs are able to handle molded foods and like that spaghetti that time that had been sitting on that pot overnight on that stove overnight. Mm-mm. I don't know how their little tummies taken. I do recall a couple of times they had a little stomach ache. We all know why. Right. Exactly, Sherry. They say all kinds of stuff about him. They don't know what that man has. That's what's funny to me. They have no idea what kind of money this man has. Okay? They want to speculate, oh, he's a bum. He don't have this, but he got a roof over his kid's head. He ain't out here begging y'all every day. He don't even have his star button on that other page. Or maybe it could have gotten taken from him because with all the false reports, you know. The calendar's still on February. After this, after she sees this, it'll be on November. Leslie, she'll put it on November. She over here watching with her 15 million followers across the board. She over here watching my little page of 200 and something subscribers. Imagine that, right? Imagine that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he paying for daycare for baby A. Yes. And then it just kills me. Like every time, I'm looking at Fake and she has something to say about us, I'm laughing because I'm like, How is this woman sitting here calling us all these names? And I had to think about it. I said, well, darn, these are the same damn names that she called them. So should we take her serious, y'all, when she talk about us? Huh? Should we take her serious when she talks about us? Right, asking her if she clean her boom boom. Right, right. She don't wipe the kids' butt. She don't even properly wipe her own ass, in my opinion. Let me add that in there. In my opinion. Nosy, nasty flies. Yeah, they say all kind of stuff. Exactly. They know everything about the man. They know everything about him, baby. I'm telling you, they want some of that eggplant. They want some of that eggplant, you know? I don't even know, Ann. I don't even know. But should we take her serious, guys? Like, she called us delusional. Hell, she called them delusional. She called us mentally ill. That she called them mentally ill. You know? She called us slow. She called them slow. Hell, she even said, that she had a bridge that she was selling. I mean, so should we take what she says serious? Should we even give a damn? No. I'm just laughing that they're dumb enough to even allow her into the circle, to enter the cult. She must have sold her soul, okay? So she could enter the cult. You hear me? The cult. It's ridiculous. So she has a bidet, Keisha. Hmm. Yeah, no clue. Right. The list goes on and on, Miriam. You ain't never lied. Where's Annie's? Annie! Hi, Annie Court. How are you? How are you doing, my friend? We miss you. Sometimes I try to catch your lives, but it's hard. We miss you, Annie. No, Leslie, ain't nobody giving her no damn record label. No record label was giving her no the time of the day. For what? Them little bubblegum songs? Mm-mm. Papa was eating all that goat, Angela. He's sitting over there eating all that goat and rice. You know? What happened? What did Sherry say? What did Sherry say? Better start watching the news and quit worrying about the phone. A 22-year-old California, she was a musician and a content creator. Yep. And she always out and about and bragging about this, that, and the third. Yeah, keep bragging. Yep. Yep. Oh, Annie, we miss you, Annie. Yep. Yep. We got Annie in the building, y'all. Oh, so some heart love up for Annie, guys. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. You know, just sitting here and they, like I said, that's why the title is enablers. All of them just sitting there enabling, 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 and enabling. When is it gonna stop? You know, so because I was like doing some research on enablers and writing some of this stuff down, and even though I knew some of this stuff already, but it's just good you know to have confirmation on everything, right? It's just good to have confirmation on things. They even have like the psychological effects of enabling, attachment. People grow a sense of emotional attachment toward the person engaging in unhealthy behaviors, you know? Abandonment, fear of abandonment. The enabler may believe that the person will leave them if they don't continue to help them, you know? And this is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. Because you got to understand. Remember, a lot of our supporters are older women. A lot of them are older women. They may not have children, or they may have their children maybe grown out of the house, living in total different states, don't even come visit them, You don't know. So they see her and they think, because if you didn't know from the beginning, if you weren't watching her from the beginning, you don't know the story. See, they don't know the story like we know the story. They don't know the story. We know the story. So if they're just coming in, you know, if they're just coming in the story after divorce, right? After the divorce, then you're going to have a different perspective. You're going to be looking at this, oh my God, that's awful. As a man could do something like that. Why would he do that? And then she out here lying to me. She got put out 3 days postpartum, then it's 5 days postpartum, then it's 2 days postpartum. Then, like, well, which one is it? Which one is it? Then you out here carrying beds on your head and shit and putting it in the truck. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. No, she will never. That is, see, and that's one of the reasons. I'm gonna be honest too, Angela. That's another reason why she ain't going nowhere. Music ain't going nowhere because of those enablers. They are the ones that's stunting her growth. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, they are the ones that are stunting her growth. And you just have people just telling you, yeah, 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 yes, 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 yes. It's okay. This is okay. This is okay. Instead of telling them the truth, instead of saying no, the song is garbage. The song is garbage. Go back to the drawing board. Go back in there and come back, and then let me see what you can do. Let me see what you got now. No, they're gonna sit there and keep telling her, "Oh yeah, it's great, it's great." But if it were so great, they wouldn't have to continue to stream it over and over and over. It would speak for itself. The song would speak for itself. The song or the songs, whatever we, it would speak for itself. Why aren't the songs speaking for themselves? Hmm? Why? Come on. It makes no sense, y'all. It makes no sense. It doesn't. It makes no sense. Yeah, we know the real story, Gigi, because again, like I keep saying, we watched her. We watched her. Yes, Belle, because they try exactly. I was a follower. I was a follower. I used to follow her. I was a follower until I saw some things that made me second guess myself and made me say, now I see what the other people see. Sometimes you got to take a step back because I told you I used to be in the chat and they would be going in on her. And was while she was married. And she never read the comments. She rarely read the comments because, she just didn't read the comments because JD had told her before, don't even, I don't bother to read the comments because they would say some really nasty things, right? They did. And I would be in the comments, y'all. I'm in the comments. How do you know? Okay, so like one of the things, one of the things they used to dog her about, which is why now, after that, she had started washing off her fruit. They were like, "Oh, you just putting the fruit in the refrigerator. You ain't even wash it. That's nasty." Right? So I would be like, how y'all know she ain't washed the fruit before she came live? Y'all don't know you know what I'm saying? I'm in there. I'm in there like how like they in there, right? But the difference between me and them is I woke up. I woke up. They haven't. Okay? They're still, just oblivious to what's going on. I woke up. I told you there were two main things that I did not like. There were two main things that I did not like. One was her behavior at that doctor's office for the sonogram with baby A. I did not like the way she acted in that doctor's office. Okay. And see, somebody, it's clear that they are, they listen to my lives because I saw one of them, JB anyway, had commented like, oh, well, what's wrong with her? Talking about um her child's nose or whatever. No, it wasn't that. When she was saying it in a way like, to me, no wonder JD would question whether or not that was his child, because the way she was acting was like, uh uh baby A looks African. Oh wow. She looks really African. Oh, um, oh look at look at her nose. Her nose is like mine. It was like she was disappointed and like, ooh, wait a minute now. Is this my husband's child? That, to me, in my opinion, that's what I was gathering from it. That's what I was gathering from it. That whole doctor's office visit. So I did not like that. That was one. That was what. And then I told y'all the other thing was the Christmas that they spent at his parents' home. I didn't like how she was acting when they gave June that black doll. I did not like that at all. Right, instead of scrambled eggs, sardines. you know that whole that whole cafeteria be lit up coming to school with scrambled eggs and sardines, and then it's sitting in there for a period of time at that too, Sherry. But that's what that was. Those two things made me look at her differently. It really did. It made me look at her differently. Even before that, when she got that green card, I'm telling you, guys, her whole demeanor changed the minute she got that green card. That woman was different person, a different person, a different person. Right, Gigi. I don't think it's gonna drop either. After stealing her bestie song and tried to make it her own until she got busted. Hmm. Yep. But see, I know both of them are kicking themselves straight up the behind for not listening when people were trying to give them a warning and just let them know. And see, that's why you don't get nasty with people and for the sake of others. And my thing was, I understood, no Allah album on January. It's not. I understand, like, somebody says something about your friend and you want to defend your friend. Okay, but defend your friend. You can defend your friend without being offensive, right? Because he was very offensive in the things that he said to that lady. Very, very offensive to things that he said. And that was like an attack on her, uh, like if you want to talk about her, but not the disease. Not the disease. You know, talk about her. Say, oh, look at you look at your hair. Look at your face. But to talk about the disease was totally out of line, and I bet you he regrets that now. Bet you it shouldn't happen. I wouldn't do anything for her. I'd be damned if I would go and do an album. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right. They always accuse JD, oh, he still got the thing that uh the good mother bought him, but she still got the purple blanket on her bed that they shared. Hmm. I'm telling y'all they back on that blanket, but y'all don't want to believe. Y'all don't want to believe. Oh my gosh. In my let me say, in my opinion. Yep. Yep. Gave her a lot of stuff. It's just sad. Like I said, I'm telling you, they would have been maybe they would have been in maybe she would have been in a house like what's the girl's name? The Ukrainian girl, Nastia, the twerker. Maybe she would have been in a house like that. They would have been in a house like that. Shoot. Tell her to take them nasty sheets off her bed. They've been on since the first week of September. No wonder she's got ass. A boil that boy. Baby, when that boil bust, woo! She need to go see Dr. Pimple Popper. So go see Dr. Pimple Popper so she could, she could get to the root of it, and make sure she get it all out. That way it won't grow back. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Whew. Oh boy. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all, I'm telling you. Now, y'all tell the truth. Are any of you enablers? Or are you, let's say this. Okay. Have you, have you ever been an enabler? And are you still an enabler? Answer that question. Have you ever been an enabler? And are you still an enabler today? Good at information. Good. It should have been removed. Is her Spotify account still up? Because they should have had it banned. Because they could have, right? It says it right when I did my research and I put up the evidence. But see, they don't like evidence, right? They want to put up stuff, but when you come back and you have stuff to put up, they don't say anything about that. Notice they all quiet, and not one of them has mentioned anything about her stealing that damn song. Not one of them. Exactly. That's all you knew was her side, and they came out, baby. Nigeria came out swinging. Hmm. Exactly. Yep. Because remember, Jay used to be, yeah, she used to be a little wild baby, little wild child, running around the restaurants up and down. Yep. Going across the seats. I mean, sometimes we see a little bit of it now. You were a big enabler, and I'm not now. Yeah. Yeah. She Bestie revised video of both to be a clip. Good for her. Good for her. Yeah. No lyrics on the clip. Yeah, I worked for his family, ended up refinancing our house. Oh my gosh. Wow. Damn. So y'all went all out, Karen. Y'all went all out. Damn. Mm. No, no, no. At least you woke up, you know? At least you woke up. There's something to be said for these folks to just constantly, just be giving, 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 giving. Oh, so she still has it up on her topic page, Sherry? Uh-huh. Slick, slick. That's all right, Karen. At least y'all's wisened up. Some people never learn. At least y'all finally, you did. You know, she think outside are gonna take her where outside are gonna keep her outside where she at. And she ain't going. The song was out already. We heard the song. Only thing she didn't change anything to the song. She didn't add anything to the song. All she did was create a video for the same song. That's it. That's it. Yeah, you think you are protect exactly, but you are just hindering that individual. Exactly. And not only are you hindering that individual, but you're just telling them that it's okay, that the behavior that they're exhibiting is okay. That's what you're doing. And a lot of people, like I was saying to y'all, a lot of people do it, because they're scared. They're scared. They're fearful. Fearful that you're going to come after them, fearful that you're not maybe not going to be their friend anymore, fearful maybe you're the one that has the money. You know what I'm saying? Let's say it's a friend, maybe that friend has the money. So, and they've helped you out in the past with things, maybe you've fallen behind on a bill or something and that friend has helped you. So, when you see something when they're constantly doing things that are wrong, you're not going to say anything because you're fearful that, well, you know what, if I approach her and if go against her, then she's not going to help me out anymore. Some people, that's what it is. That's what it is. Exactly, Angela. Oh my God. She added the boil to her song. And that's what had me laughing. They like, oh, who goes and zooms into somebody? But baby, we ain't have to zoom into nothing. Okay. The boil was boiling. Okay. The boil was boiling. Talking about a damn mosquito bite. Yeah, okay. He said it was a mosquito sitting up there lying. Like, why are y'all lying? Talk about it's a mosquito bite. Ain't no damn well it wasn't a mosquito bite. Oh, wait, did y'all hear she's gonna write a song about a shower because her haters keep calling her that? But she's gonna write a song about herself. How cute. Aw. Aw. Just like she wrote the Moist song. Where's Moist at now, y'all? Huh? Where's Moist? Huh, guys? Y'all tell me. Where is Moist? Huh? Let's see. Where is the Moist? Hmm. I still don't understand the fake LA mother relationship. Listen, I don't know where that lady came from. Okay, she came flying from somewhere, latched on for whatever reason, and yeah. Mm-mm. It's not multiple people streaming that song. You got King Rooster's Clay and that one person streaming it 500 times. Exactly. Exactly. You're so right. Mm-mm-mm. It's sad. So let's see. Outsiders at 44K views after 5 days. Okay. We are jealous. We are jealous, y'all. Mm. Imagine that, y'all. Imagine that. Mm-mm-mm. See, just when I was thinking King had stopped talking about, JD and this, she's like, this man, why not record your own house like this? That cat doesn't look happy. She might get hurt, you know? Always got something to say. It appears that Mosquito K and LA Dad may be classmates in primary school from a conversation they had on a live a while back. Uh-huh. 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 That's the way. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I like it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's the way. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Interesting. Interesting. And the plot thickens. Ooh. All right now. Oh, child, yeah. Then it was brought to my attention today, y'all. Fake was so excited that her mama got a turkey for $6, y'all, because she used her discount card. She got a turkey for $6. And she like, Mama, I don't believe you, Mama. Mama, you sure it wasn't $26, Mama? Mama, no, it was $6. That's how the conversation went, y'all. No, I paid $6, baby. mean, you ain't paid no $6 for no turkey. Yes, I did. I used my discount card. When I used my discount card, it came out to $6. No, you didn't, mama. Mama, you ain't getting no. Mama, that's impossible. You got a turkey for $6. Come on, mama. You just pulling my leg. I could show you. Better than I could tell you. You come on over here and I'm gonna show you that I got this turkey for $6. And she was proud, y'all. She was proud to show off that turkey. Guys, I came over here, my mama, a nearly 13-pound turkey, $6.06 with the store discount card. It was 47 cents a pound. It was regularly priced at $28.08. And not only that, y'all, but she bought it last week. She bought it last week. Sandy said, I bought a ham and got a turkey free. All right now. Shoot. That's good, girl. Nothing wrong with that. And then hyenas. She over there and she over there in Costco, y'all. Y'all, she over there in Costco showing us turkeys. But we ain't see her pick up a turkey. But she was showing the turkey. Y'all, she was showing us the turkeys that were inside the but I ain't see her pick up a turkey and put the turkey in a cart. We ain't see her pick up the turkey. We just saw her showing us. Ooh, look at all the turkeys. Look at all the turkeys. All the turkeys. Look at these. Look, y'all, they got all the turkeys. Well, why ain't you getting one? Why aren't you getting a turkey? Hyenas. Why? Why are you not getting a turkey? Huh? Why she wasn't getting a turkey, y'all? Just showing us the turkeys. Just showing us all the turkeys in the bin. Exactly, Holly. That's you right. Can't cook a turkey in the car. You right about that. Now let's see if she gonna show us a dinner that she has. Okay, y'all think she gonna show us a dinner? Huh? Y'all think she gonna show us a dinner? Oh, you got yours free because you spent a damn fortune at the Market City. That's right. I hear that. I'm jealous. My shame voice. Oh my god. Fake probably got it from the pantry for free. Yeah. Not been following everything. You ever been following everything, Leslie? Mm-mm-mm. You are so right. Child, I don't want to tell you her name. That's my name for her. Hyenas. She goes by it's a different name, but it's kind of similar. Maybe you could figure it out like that, Leslie. Yeah. Another one of the delusional women that's on her team, you know. Yeah, she does, right? When you listen to her speak, right? She likes to sound intelligent. Gigi. She likes to, she when she writes, she wants you to believe that she's intelligent. But then when you hear her, you're like, huh? Hold up. Wait. Let me rewind. Gotta go back. Like, is this really her voice? Is this how she sounds? Mm. But yeah, Hyenas was probably there so she could pick up some more yogurt, you know, get a little yogurt, maybe some tuna, tuna in a can. Because, you could open that up in the car as long as you got your can opener, you know. No, nobody don't watch fake. Fake is fake, and she knows she's fake. Okay, and she knows that I know that she's fake. You know, that's why I was sharing all her posts when we were celebrating her. You know, We celebrated her for a long time. They gotta have a few more too. They gotta have it. Yeah, yes, Leslie. Yes. You know, they gotta have a few more of her little posts, you know? So she's so happy that they let her in. She like a kid in a candy store, you know. But again, Mancy already told us. Mancy already told us they love to be scammed. So they just welcome everybody. All right. She's so happy. She is so happy her page started moving, y'all. She don't know what to do with herself. And all she do is sit up there and share all the good mother videos and JB's videos because she can't make nothing herself. So that's all she does is share their stuff. Hmm. Oh, she's still up in his lives. I know she was in Stoney's live the other day. They gonna get her. She better stay up out of there. Yeah, exactly. Information. Talk about monetization, and then she was so proud to show that she got 1,500. Right. She tried to she tried to play me when she put up that post, and then I had to come with mine that had to say, I'm like, eh, same thing. So what? Let's match it up. What you saying? Let's see. She didn't know mine had the same amount of views. Right. She ain't have no job, Gigi. That she ain't got no job no more. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. If she does, they cut the hours back. She ain't working the same number of hours that she had before. Believe that. Okay. She come out here front. She got way too much time on her hands, and she thinks she's much more important than she really is. But she got a lot of time on her hands, y'all. A lot of time. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. A lot of time on her hands. All of a sudden. So I don't pay her no mind. See, I try not to, sometimes, I get petty with them too. I'm like, okay, y'all want to be petty? All right, I'm gonna be petty too today. I feel like being petty as well. Let's match petty, you know? And other times I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna ignore them. I'm gonna ignore them. But hyenas just killed me. Y'all saw the picture she had of me though. she Y'all saw the picture she had of me on her page. She had an old lady picture. Oh my gosh, she had an old lady picture of me, y'all, with wrinkles. Did y'all see it? And I'm crying, tears coming down my eyes. I'm like, why do they think that we over here that we crying? There's nothing for us to cry about. If she only knew I have a home with a backyard. Okay? Like, girl, stop. Exactly. Right, Holly. She's full of it. And let me tell y'all, see, I told y'all before, and I would never, I'm not gonna send it to anybody. I'm not gonna put it out because I don't have confirmation that it's her. But somebody sent me a picture that they said was her. And when I tell you guys, when I tell y'all, I not, listen, she can't talk about anyone. And I mean anyone. She cannot say she shouldn't act ever utter a word about how someone looks. If y'all saw this picture, y'all would be like, oh my God, what is it? You wouldn't even know what it was. Okay? You wouldn't know what it was. Yes, we are, Holly, living better. Exactly. Miserable in her life. She isn't fooling anyone. She only fooling them. She's only fooling them. That's the only people she's fooling. Hell no, she ain't fooling us because we've been around too long. See, we ain't come in after divorce. We were here pre-divorce. We didn't come after the divorce. That's their problem. you know, big bag. You gotta stop telling you, listen, just take my word. It is horrible, horrible, horrible. And when I look at the picture, right, and I put her voice to the picture, I'm like, you know what? This, if I had to imagine how she would look based on her voice, this is it. This is it. Gigi said she saw the picture. You sure you saw the picture? You saw the picture, Gigi? Yeah. Oh my God. I said, Lord, please, please don't tell me. Like, you can't talk about anybody. Like, she can't. Oh my God. Like, okay. Yeah. Mm-mm. I'm doing some research, you know. I'm doing some research, you know. And then if I get confirmation that yes, indeed it is, oh yeah, then it'll be a go. We'll be putting her up and we'll be talking about it. Yes, we will. Absolutely. Yes, we will. Mm. Everybody already cooked their foods, or y'all, some of y'all traveling, going to families' houses, or you have family coming to you to your house. Oh, is it still up, Sherry? Slick, 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 slick. Huh? Let me see. Mm-mm. So y'all staying home? Nobody's going anywhere, or nobody's coming to your house? Yeah, I told y'all my brother's gonna cook for me. I'm the grandma. Oh, so my kids and grandkids are coming to my house. That's nice, Sandy. Going to my parents. I made sticky buns and pies. Ooh. Wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Ours was in October. Oh, thank you, bubbly me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mm-mm. You said you couldn't believe it. Exactly. We have families and she over there all alone. Exactly. Say it again, Trudy. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's what happens when you do people dirty. She gonna learn the hard way. She gonna learn the hard way. Baby, she'd be up Shit's Creek if exactly, Gigi. She'd be up Shit's Creek if the internet just crashed. You know what I'm saying? Let's say it just crashed and she couldn't go online. What on earth would she do? Hmm? What would she do? The girl would literally go crazy. She would go nuts, bananas, you know? So, mm-mm-mm. Yeah, she would go crazy, bubbly me. Come on now. When Lolo was up and running, keeping it fake, used to be all over people's comments that someone had to call her for being up under their comments. Right. Charmaine. She was everywhere. She was everywhere. And like I said before, like we were saying before, she spoke the truth then. And it had nothing to do. That's why people keep like, like I keep trying to tell these people, what I do has nothing to do with JD. Like this has nothing to do with JD. Okay? I do what I want to do. I'm not JD doesn't tell me what to do, you know? Unlike them. They are told what to do. what to do, when to do it, what time to do it, how to do it. No, there's nobody pulling my strings over here. I'm not on a little marionette, okay? That king is pulling. I'm not on one of those, because she has several people on a marionette, baby, that she running. Because when she says something, oh, you better believe they hopping and rolling and getting it done. See, that's the thing. You take down the head of the cult leader, the head cult leader, and everything else will fall down. Right. If we aren't team good enough, then we must be team J. Right. And it has nothing to do with him. It has nothing to do with him. Exactly. We see her for exactly who she really is. And she will learn the hard way. Yeah, absolutely gonna learn the hard way. They think, oh, they think something's, oh, nothing's gonna happen. Okay, yeah, y'all keep thinking that she gonna continue to get away with this behavior every single time. Oh no, baby, no. Somebody gonna stop her in her tracks. You watch and see. She gonna run this game on the wrong person, baby, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. They're not gonna play around with her. They are not gonna play around with her. You gotta work tomorrow, Charmaine? Oh no. But don't you get time and a half? So might be at least, might be all right with that, right? Getting that time and a half or double time. Yep. But you guys, I'm telling you, we're gonna just all watch how it all plays out. We're gonna watch how it all plays out. And mark my words, watch how they continue to watch how they go and harass and bully those two. And hopefully, maybe DT will be the one to come and spill all the beans and just set everybody straight, set the internet on blaze, baby. Okay? Let him come out here and say it. I hope he does. Because he ain't gonna say nothing that we don't already know. Yes, bubbly me. Yes. Just hope the kids are safe. Yep. And that's it. That's all we do. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, how could people get mad because we're pointing out stuff that she does? They're hiding it, they're enabling it, and we're just putting it out in the forefront. That's it. That's all we're doing. And again, this has nothing to do with JD. So I don't know where they get that from. Shoot. I know Blessing was asking about that video. I put in the chat that I have that video that she was asking about. I have it. Right from the start where he started talking, and saying those offensive things. And I could not believe that she stood right beside him and allowed it to happen. Exactly, Cindy. We all want the same thing, the girls to be cared for properly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, you're right, bubbly me. Exactly, Annie. Yep. That's it. That's all we want. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. I remember her because I watch her, but I watch her for her other stuff. Anytime that she would get start talking about JD, I don't watch it. I won't watch it. Now it's funny um because she had, I think somebody in her chat had mentioned him. They were talking about him and how he had the kids dressed. And then I had mentioned about her what Jay had on for the first day of school. And then she was like, "Oh, send it to me." So I sent it to her. But she was like, "Oh, well, this don't really look bad to me." I'm like, "What? Is y'all crazy? Don't look bad." Nah, that looks bad. See, I watched her for another reason. I was watching her because of another saga, the Latruth saga. So that's where I first started watching her for that from that story. Yeah, you're right, Trudy. Even JD enabled her. Yes, he did. Yeah, you're right. Everybody enabled. Like, I don't know why they look at her. They think she's like this little child. I mean, I know she does act infantile, right? She does. But I'm like, this is a 34, 35-year-old woman. She's not a baby. Tell him I said thank you, Angela. you know, come on. Come on. We gotta like seriously. This can't just, and and I blame Meta too. Just sitting there letting people. I don't think you should be allowed to just come on here begging. I don't. If people want to give you, they will give it to you. They will give you. You ain't gotta remind them, 10,000 times. If you say it at the beginning, okay, you said at the beginning, you come on during this live broadcast. You can send me stars and super thanks. Thank you. I don't get paid for live video. Okay. All right. Thank you. And then 3 minutes later, it's the same thing. Send me stars, oh. Send me stars, oh. Nobody has sent me stars. Nobody has sent me stars. Like, who are you? What are you doing for stars? Like, what are you doing to even get stars in the first place? What is it that you're doing? Because we don't see you doing nothing. Shaking your ass, we should give you stars. Huh? Come on now. You're going to your daughter's house afterwards. Oh, okay. Nice, Charmaine. I have the video, Gigi. I told her that I wrote it in her comment section. So I don't know. I have to go back to her page to see if she saw it. But I would think that she would message me. I don't think I have a message from her. But I have the video because I made sure, to I screen recorded it. And like I said, if he had just spoken about the lady, that's one thing. And said to her, "Oh, look at your face. Oh, your face is horrible." That's different. But to take it to the cancer, to where you're like, you lost your titties. Haven't you lost enough? That wasn't cool. That statement right there wasn't cool. And oh, you did follow it too, Gigi? That statement right there wasn't cool. And then the statement when he said something about like she had robot uh tits, you know and it was like, oh, robots activate or something like that. That wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. And then it was something else. There was another comment he said also that related to breast cancer, that I didn't think. I thought that was, yes, that was real low. Yes, Sandy. Oh, congratulations, Sandy. Yay. I'm happy you're a survivor. Very nice. So is one of my best friends. She's a survivor, you know? But he could have talked about the person. He could have talked about the way she looked. He could have talked about anything else. But to say those things was like, yeah. That didn't, to me, it was a very low blow, and it didn't show him in the best light at all. At all. It didn't paint him a good picture of him at all. At all. You know? And that's why I said he should Gigi. And that's why I said he should come out and apologize. He should come out and apologize to the woman and apologize to all women, women suffering from breast cancer, because what he said was not only offensive, it was ignorant, you know. I did too, and I don't think they didn't take it down. Nope. They did not take it down, Ollie. Nope. And she's standing on the side as somebody whose mother, your own mother, died of cancer. Your own mother died of cancer, and she's standing beside him as someone who, has a voice with 15 million people across all her platforms, and you standing beside this man laughing and cackling like a hyena. And what she was really doing too, if you noticed, right? She was looking to see if any of her people were going to have anything negative to say. And when she noticed that uh they didn't act negatively, then that's when she really put on. And the laugh was really just just overbearing. But that's what she did. I won't even Cindy, I don't even give her 16, 10, more like 10, a 10-year-old. No, no higher than 12 though, for sure. Right. Exactly, Gigi. Yep, he sure did tell her to unalive herself. You're right. But again, you know, and said that they were probably beating her at the nursing home, Okay, but that's different. That hit low, but that's different. Okay, fine. She said some things. You thought you had a friend. You thought you were taking up for your friend. You had no idea that this is who this friend was. You had no idea. I get it. But to attack her about something that affects what, millions of people? You were out of line, out of line, out of line. And for that, he needs to apologize. Exactly. That's what she looked. If you notice, she was like at first. And then next thing you know, she's over there just laughing like a hyena. Exactly, information. He came with his full chest to make that statement. He should come with his full chest and apologize. Period. And that's what I believe. I believe that wholeheartedly that he should. And he needs to come out, and he does. He needs to say that. He needs to be like, it wasn't what he thought. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with you want to take up for your friend, right? Because we've all taken up for friends before. We didn't have all the information. We might have just jumped into something. We didn't have all the information, and we just sided with them immediately. And then later on, we find out we're like, what? Oh man, I look like a damn fool now out here. I done did all of that, and you mean to tell me you did do what they said you did? What they were accusing you of? And I'm looking stupid now? And he said his cousin passed away from cancer. Man, listen. But I'm just saying, like, could you imagine your own mother? This is what your mother died from cancer, and you're sitting here cackling next to a man instead of you telling him, "Oh no, you went too far. Don't say that." Like that's what she should have said on her platform. She should have said, "Oh no, I didn't know you were gonna do that. You went too far." She should have ended the live, but she didn't end the live. She let it continue. She allowed it to continue. And he thought it was cute because I guess apparently when he went to her page, he probably saw the breast cancer ribbon, you know? He probably saw Sherry said, I'm sitting here eating Thanksgiving dinner and enjoying your life. Oh my God. Sherry over there pigging out. Send some through the phone, Sherry, through the computer, like the good mother. You know how she does? Here, have some. Mm, yeah. Here you go. Here you go. Give us some, Sherry. She's sitting up there holding up a damn fork with her food on there, and the people that and the moo the sheep that follow her, not even eating properly, don't even have any meals like that, you know. She's holding up the damn noodles. She need to go send some over there to hyenas. Shoot, that's what she need to do. Go send her some. Nah, Cindy, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Uh-uh. I told you who it is, Cindy. I have two suspects. Okay, one is our first baby daddy, and the other one, I'll give you the initials, and then maybe you could figure it out. But this is all my opinion. So let me state that again. This is all my opinion and my opinion only. So I have two prospects. I think one is the ex hubby, and the second person is DJ. Those are the initials. Now y'all figure out who DJ is from the initials. Uh, what you remember, Sherry? Let me see what Sherry said. What Sherry said. What's on the menu? Oh, what's on the menu, Sherry? Why can't she wrap them noodles around a fork? Because she has to swallow them. Okay, that's why. That's why she has to wolf them down. Wait, what y'all talk about? Jan. Let me see. So wait, Jan says something that I missed. Hold up. What did I miss from Jan? Yes, Sherry. I remember Jan, 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 Jan. Let me go back. I missed something. I don't see it. Oh, who in the chat remembers when that video said? See, I don't remember that video, Sherry. Maybe Holly remembers that video. Who in the chat remembers when that video circulated of KO on the bed with a black man having blank, and KO denied it, and the video was immediately taken down? See, I don't remember that. How the hell did I miss that one? And Jan says she remembers it. Hmm. That video was taken down so quick after she did not. Sherry, you got a glass of wine with your meal? Gigi said. Oh, Charmaine remembers that too. Oh, wow. Damn. Nobody got that video, huh? Oh, you don't remember either, Holly? Okay, so I'm not the only one. But three people remember: Sherry, Jan, and it looks like Charmaine remembers it. So I don't know what we were doing, y'all. We missed out on that one. Damn, that was a bit a good one. Sherry Sandy asked, "Are you eating that free turkey?" Sherry, you used your discount card, girl. Did you use your discount card? She was so excited. Okay, I'll be quiet. I don't know why you talking on my damn phone. These phones be just talking to themselves, y'all. These phones just be talking to themselves. Maybe see they really do be listening to you. I didn't press nothing on this phone. But do you believe it or not, with all this food, I'm sitting here drinking a Pepsi Zero. Hey, the 53. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving to you too. But yeah, y'all, I missed that one. Damn, that would have been a goodie to have. Wow, I wonder who has that now. Could you imagine having that one in your arsenal? Woo, baby. I missed that one. No, I didn't ask I didn't ask Alexa to play it today. Let me see. Alexa, play Cora Obidi. I couldn't find that on Amazon Music. Alexa, play Cora OBD. I couldn't find that on Amazon Music. Well, I tried it another way, like she told the man. Oh, yours is talking from the next room. Mine does that too sometimes. Oh, you tired? 53, you tired? Uh, oh, okay, okay. My three girls are here, and my I'm excited. Oh, and my son in love from out of town. Oh, oh, you mean your son-in-law, right? Well, you calling him your son in love. Okay, okay, I get it. I get it. See, I am eating hickory. Ooh, smoked ham, cooked cabbage, and cornbread, potato salad, and homemade macaroni and cheese, and a slice of pineapple upside down cake. Ooh, Sherry done threw down information. The only reason it showed up when she did that is because her Spotify is connected to her Alexa. Oh, you mean who are you talking about? Who's is connected to Alexa? Stonies? You mean Stony at the information? Okay, I gotta see. Y'all gonna make me all right. When we get off this live, y'all, I'ma find that video. I'm gonna post. Okay, okay. So no, but it didn't play at all. Informate the information. It didn't play at all. She was telling the man that so he kept asking his over and over and over. And he got the same message that I got. And she was like, "No, no, it's the way you saying it." So he kept changing up the pronunciation of her name. He kept her. Uh huh. Oh, so you have to go through to Spotify and pull it up. Okay, and run it through. Then you ask it, and it will give it to you. Okay, okay. But it was so hilarious because she claimed, "Well, mine does it." He just kept at he if y'all gotta hear him. Some of y'all remember it, right? She probably gonna give me a copyright strike, y'all. But no, I think I edited her out of the video. Like I just completely took her out. So you hear her voice, but you see him. You see him. And I think I just took her completely out of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta let me find that video. I'm gonna have to pull that up for y'all. Cause that shit is hilarious. That was like one of the best from TikTok. That was one of the best. Fun fact, I'm so blocked that my entire family is blocked from the GM's page. They don't even know who she is. They don't went down what they did, Angela, went down your whole family list and just blocked everybody. I can't go live on Facebook until December 4th because you have to have like I had the following, but you have to have at least 100 no, you have to have had your page for at least 60 days. So when I made the new page, I made it in October. I think October 4th. So December 4th will make 60 days. But see, I like it over here better because you could say certain things over here and you could show stuff over here. See, if I show certain things over there that have to do with her, because I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna learn how to do all this stuff. If I do that, it'll then she'll send me issue me a copyright strike because she worried about my little page, although she has 10 million. So that just tells you that we might be small, but we are mighty over here. Okay, we are mighty over here. Yes, that's it, Gigi. What does she have on her YouTube? The song still? Yeah, the song, right? With her and Stony, "Handle Me," right? Is that what you're talking about? Let me look at my let me go to my I need to go to like the videos on my phone and then I'm gonna find it for y'all and we gonna crack up, guys. We are gonna crack up. That's what we're gonna do. Because that video was funny, and then the other one that I had posted, and I think it's still up. The other one when she was all over the floor. Remember y'all? Just y'all remember that one? She jumped down on the floor, humping the floor. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my gosh. Mm-mm. The whole generation got blocked. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. How you just they just went all down your page and said, "We just gonna block them all, y'all. Just block them all." Oh no, that's not it. Wait a minute. Yeah, y'all. I'm gonna find it for y'all. And I'm gonna post it. Y'all gonna be crying. Let me see something. When was damn, when did my yeah. Y'all gonna laugh so hard. I'm telling you. Those of you that haven't seen it. See, some of you have seen it. Y'all are gonna crack up. You hear me? Y'all are gonna crack up. Shoot. Let me see. Videos. Where's videos? Videos. Hmm. All right, I got a video. Oh, and then no. You know which one is the best video, y'all? The best video. Yes, they jealous of us. Could you imagine? We have it's a little bit of us, but clearly we are more powerful than they are. Yes, I did see that video, Sherry, which I thought was very distasteful. Yes. She another one. Hmm. No, you know which other so okay. I'm so you know what? The video of her, no, that was a good one, but I'm gonna say that's second. I'm gonna say that one is second with him asking the Alexa to play her song. The first one the top one is the one where I had that on my thing too, and I think y'all remember the one I put up and she was singing Halo by Beyonce and couldn't keep up with it and knew it, and she was like, she knew she had to shut up. Did y'all remember that one I put up? Y'all remember that? They can't stand it. We're not falling. Right. Exactly. They want us to fall in line so bad, but it ain't gonna happen. It ain't happening over here. They don't control nothing over here. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. And they sit there and they do their dirt. And they're able to do their dirt because they're hiding. So they do all of this dirt to people. And a lot of people that came forth, they were showing their face. They were showing who they are. They showed exactly who they were. And they came out here and basically destroyed them. All right, y'all. Let me see. I'm looking through the videos right now. I'm looking through all the videos. Let me see. Is this the one? Where is it at? See, and I gotta find it because I told y'all I took her completely out of the screen. Yes, with her battles. Yes. Who can't remember that psycho crawling on the floor? That was I think that one is still up on my page though. Cause I posted that one with her humping the floor and humping the floor. I said, what the hell? But I'm telling you, the funniest one is her singing Halo. And then the second funniest is him asking it to play her song. Wait, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh boy, where is it? Damn. It's gonna take me a minute to find it, y'all. The best video when the guy she was beating said he hates women. Wait, wait. Which one is that? Is that the one? Where remember there was a guy that was talking about her damn forehead? Yo, I was on the floor. And she was doing like this old and he was like, he did it back. Y'all remember that? Oh my gosh. Wait, I gotta find. Wait. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, it gotta be one of these. It gotta be one of these. Gotta be one of these. Damn. No, but she's in this shot, so this ain't it. I have to make sure, like, I gotta see, like, when I see his face, I'm gonna know which video it is. I gotta look at the guy's face because he was trying hard, y'all. He really was. He was trying hard. Remember, she was live with that guy, and he was pleasing himself. I remember that she hurried up and got him off that live so fast. I should repost it. Well, nah, I was gonna say I should repost the post Justin made about when he was talking about how much money she made. Damn, where is it at? Y'all, I'm gonna find it, y'all. I'm gonna find it, guys. I'm gonna find it. If I don't post it tonight, wait. Who that? Who that? Who that? And y'all gotta hear the halo. Did y'all hear that one though? Y'all gotta see, like, she knew. She knew she effed it up. She was like, she had to laugh. Mm. She shut it off real quick. Yep. That's what happens. That's who's on her page, a bunch of sickos. But she seemed to be okay with it because she don't stop them. She don't, exactly. Exactly, Jan. Yep. All right, y'all. It's here in one of these darn videos up here. So what I need to do is go to the video and that way I could swipe. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hello? All right. I'm coming down. Bye. All right, y'all. My brother just showed up so he could cook my Thanksgiving dinner for me, y'all. So we gonna call it a night. But in the meantime, I'm gonna look for this, okay? And I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna try to post it tonight. I'm gonna try to post it tonight for y'all, all right? So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Well, I know it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, so we won't talk, but I'll, send everybody a happy Thanksgiving post. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy, okay? And see you later. Now, if something exciting happens, then we'll talk a little bit, all right? All right, y'all. Yes. Okay, Judy. Okay. All right, y'all. Good night. Night, everybody.